Hiya, loves. Welcome back to the Gaily Digest. I am Nigel.
And I am Joshua.
Welcome back, Joshua. Pride Month is over.
The gay month is gone.
I know, but Pride season doesn't stop, does it? Pride season continues, as we know. Um, so this week on the Gaily Digest, we've got our usual round of news. We've got some more topic of in conversation and more complaints closet where Josh is a moany old bitch, aren't you, Josh?
If I have the energy.
You've always got the energy to moan. Anyway, without further ado, let's crack on with the show. Now, time for some news. What is the news that's hit us this time round, Josh?
It is, because you finally told me before we went, is the conversion therapy ban.
Yes, and it's not just gay conversion therapy, it's also trans conversion therapy, which is something I think is needed, 100%, isn't it? But obviously, we're going to talk about more in depth about this in another episode, in a later episode, once we've managed to digest properly what the draft bill is. But this time round, we are bringing you the news of the fact that the current government has issued a draft bill on a conversion therapy ban, which is something that's been promised for how long now?
I've lost count. Years.
It's about 10 years, 11
It's
years?
probably even longer than that.
Probably longer than
Every
that.
government seems to say it, and then it never seems to happen.
Mm.
But this is just a draft bill.
Yes.
We need to be very critical of it because I've not read it all yet, but I've been told that there is a lot of flaws in it. It's
There's
not very,
loopholes, isn't
yeah.
there?
And the amount of people that I've seen calling out against it, even the Tories, which is no surprise, they've been like vehemently against.
So I don't get how you can be against something that is designed to stop harmful
Because
practices.
they want people who decide they want to have it to be able to have it. But that's like saying someone gives permission to be tortured, should they be allowed to be tortured?
You see, and
Because it's not. I don't like the word conversion therapy either to me because it's not therapy.
exactly,
It needs to sound like how it is.
well, even the word conversion means you're changing from one thing to another.
Yeah,
You're
I
converting by
just think it is
definition.
a form of torture. It's pretty much down completely to religious beliefs.
Hmm.
And the fact that so many people are against this draft bill, mainly because it is inclusive
Mm.
of the trans community, they don't
Yeah,
like that. They think that it's going to stop trans kids having therapy, which that is not what it's saying.
yeah.
It's to hold people to account, but I think it needs to be more strict, and I don't think there should be any religious loopholes to let people use their religion against it to be able to do this.
Yeah, and I mean, you say people that are against it. I mean, I think there's people that are wholly for it as well, but are against parts of it because of certain loopholes that are in there that we've had people that we've seen people that have highlighted various different loopholes, and it's right to sort of say that this is a draft bill. It's not the final piece. So there is still campaigning to go to make sure that we get a proper all-inclusive bill that doesn't have loopholes, that we can iron out those loopholes and make sure that going forward it's it's the best the bill can possibly be.
Yeah, I just find it frustrating that it's not just like you can't be converted from the sexuality or gender that you believe you are, and that's the end of it. Any sort of, as you call it, therapy to try and force someone to change it, it's been scientifically proven that it causes irreparable damage
Mm,
to people, and there's no place in it in a civilized society. They need to just say none of it is allowed.
yeah,
But the fact that there probably is going to be little caveats that let them do it, and there's probably going to be exemptions for certain beliefs and things. And I just think you need to say, no, it's illegal. It's a form of torture. It's not going to happen. But there's so many MPs in the government at the minute that are just fighting to remove the trans part so they don't have protections, or some of them are even saying, "Oh, I didn't even know conversion therapy was a thing. That doesn't happen here. I don't know why we even need it because it's only in America." And I just thought the ignorance
But
is,
it does happen here.
yeah,
There have been cases of it happening here in the
the
UK.
ignorance is astounding.
And again, the point that you raise around people wanting to remove the trans conversion therapy part of it because they're anti-trans, again, just sort of falls into that bracket of people wanting to hate on the trans community because they're the next target, much like the gay community were in the 80s and the 90s. When there was a lot of publicity around gay people and the gay community and how they were discriminated against. And it's absolutely right that we have a completely all-inclusive ban on conversion therapy because, as we've always pointed out, there's no LGB without the TQ plus. It's always going to be LGBTQ plus, in my view. But yes, so there is a draft conversion therapy ban out there. Make sure that you go and digest the contents of it and identify where the loopholes are, and make sure that you lobby your MP to make sure that they do their best to stand up and make sure that these loopholes, which we'll call them loopholes, can be ironed out, because only by ironing them out can we get a proper all-inclusive ban that benefits everybody in the community that is put against or put up to these harmful practices. It's now time for our fortnightly chat. It's in conversation. So this week we are talking about rainbow capitalism. Is it allyship or exploitation? Now, I thought this was a bit fitting, given that we've just had Pride Month, and Pride Month is over now. Because Pride Month is a time when you get businesses, companies, all sorts that decide to start flying the rainbow flag, and they have merchandise even that is LGBT related. I mean, take a look at Marks and Spencer's when they had the LGBT sandwich, Laken, lettuce, bacon, no, lettuce, guacamole, bacon, and tomato.
Sounds revolting.
But you like guacamole, but you don't like bacon.
Yeah.
How about lettuce, guac, and
I'll
tomato?
have some bacon.
Bacon. Oh, yeah, but
Yeah.
then it's LGFT, isn't it?
Yeah. Raise the bee.
Never erase the beat. No one from our community gets erased. Anyway, but yeah, so companies will bring out products. They'll obviously sell pride flags, progress flags, all sorts. So the question is, when we see all this happening, is it allyship? Is it true allyship, or is it just a means for them to make money out of us, exploiting our community? What do you
I
think?
think it's a bit of both. Because if it's a LGBT company like an LGBT run bookstore, or I know a lot of people on Etsy sell pride pins that goes to charity, things like that. I think it's your intentions. It's the intentions of why they're doing it that matters.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like big companies that are, you remember years ago they used to put like, you'd probably have like a pack of Oreos with a Pride rainbow on, and inside it was just normal Oreos. They'd shoved it on everything. I think that's obviously just jumping on a bandwagon. But I've noticed this, especially this year, I've not really seen anything like that. Like, I'm pretty sure Lynx used to do like a Pride Links during
Yeah,
Pride Month and
they
stuff
did,
like that.
because I got that one
Are
year.
you feeding the capitalism, Nigel? But I've noticed this year when I've been out in the shops and stuff, I've not really seen anything that's had a pride related flag on it at all. I've had the odd shop that I've seen a rainbow flag in, but there's no merch or anything like that, so there's no inclination that it is for Pride.
Yeah.
But I've noticed, and a lot of companies on social media, when they change their profile picture and then they get all the abuse, I've noticed a lot of them didn't do it this year as well.
Mm.
So I've noticed a lot of,
But is that
but then you kind of don't know whether you'd rather them fake it and just do it because it's Pride Month, or whether you'd rather them just not do it because they don't want to do it. So then
but
you know where to go or not.
the question then is, are a lot of these companies not doing that this year because of a lot of backlash they've had on previous years, or but then it raises that
But
question again, doesn't it? Is there an element of allyship from all those times before, or has it just been exploitation? They've decided, now we're not
well,
going
I
to do it
would
this
say
year.
that it's been exploitation because you're a massive company. Comments online do not matter to you.
Mm.
Some woman called Sharon who says I'm never going to shop in M&S again because there's a pride flag.
That's
They do not care.
that said, there was a I think she's a counsellor,
Reform.
yeah, who posted on social media that she put her shopping back because in the window of Marks and Spencer's they support Pride with the Progress rainbow flag on the posters in the window. And the funniest thing about it was the fact that she took the picture
From
from outside the store, which had her reflection in the window of her holding an M&S shopping bag.
See,
So she clearly hadn't put her
it's
shopping back.
it's a load of crap. It's like we spoke before when that person said they were going to avoid boots or something.
Mm,
They're not going to avoid boots or Audi or Asda or anything. They're not going to avoid that. If they want to get somewhere in that they're nearby to that shop, they're just going to go in there. They're not going to stick to their words because they have no moral compass. They don't care. They just shapeshift to what they want to fit into. And these companies don't care if they say they're not going to shop in them because they know you probably are still going to shop in there.
mm.
So the fact that they've not changed their logos, the bare minimum, to me, means all the other years you didn't really mean it then because you having that backlash is part of being an ally.
Mm.
You stand up against it.
I mean, there have been companies that I have seen post supportive comments or supportive things on their social media sites where they have had pictures, or they've had they've changed their logo to a rainbow logo, or they've changed or they've posted things that they've done in support, or where they've attended pride events and stuff like that, and they have faced backlash, and their social media team have been coming back with some really epic takedowns that have been truly supportive of the community. And that to me says that's allyship, because they've not just turned the comments off, they've not just ignored the comments, they've not just left the comments there to fester. They've actually done something about it. They've actually challenged those people, they've actually challenged those comments, they've come back with some comebacks.
I feel like that's a company that's hired the gays to be the social media team. You can
Potentially.
tell by the shadiness. But
Potentially.
that's what companies should be doing. But as I said, this year I've noticed, and I think a lot of people have mentioned, I've seen, it's felt very like not Pride like.
It has.
There's been a lot of prides cancelled. There's been a lot of companies not bothering to change their profiles. There's been a lot of you don't really see it in the shops or anything.
Mm,
Even though I never really bought that stuff because I was just like, it's just the same product. You just stuck a flag on it, unless something's going to charity.
mm.
But even seeing that it's just gone, I don't think. Have you seen any products that have had a pride flag on? I think I've seen something at least
Don't,
once every year, but this year I've not seen
I don't.
anything.
Nothing jumps out. Nothing leaps out to mind
It's
for
like
me at
it's
the
been
moment.
muted this year. It just feels very like grey and
Yeah, I mean, do we again though? Do we think this is because of backlash from certain groups that are? I mean, if you think about it, there has been a massive rise in like the anti-DEI squad, as I like to call them.
yeah, I
Um,
get that, but I just think that get a backbone.
mm,
These companies are worth millions. They can do these things, and it is not really going to damage their pocket, but it is going to make a difference to people seeing.
You know what really pisses me off?
What?
When people come up with comments like, "Oh, go woke, go broke." Shut up,
Yeah,
you
they've been
muppets.
saying that for probably the last however long. Even when they were anti-gay, like
Mm,
in the 90s and beyond. Oh, you're going to go broke. These companies are worth more than you're ever going to have in your life. They're still here. They're not going anywhere. They're
mm.
just getting more rich. The profits keep going up
Yeah,
because
exactly.
people like you still go there. Even though you say you're not going to go there, you're going to go there. So what I think we should do is when these people say, I'm never going in there again, people need to follow them. And then when they see them in there, evidence it and call them out on it. So, excuse me, you can't go in there. You said you weren't shopping in there anymore. Leave. Ban them. The stores need to ban them. Have a database of people who say they're never shopping in there again. I go, okay, you're banned.
I,
And
th
then,
I,
and
th
then they'll moan that they're banned. But I was like,
I,
but you didn't want to go anywhere.
I think the stores would be better saying, okay, well, if you're posting on our social medias that you're not kind of going to shop in our shops because you're showing discriminatory attitudes, you're not welcome in our shop. So, okay,
And,
you're not welcome.
and
You're going
then,
to be banned. I, I
then they'd
probably
moan
wouldn't.
about
I
that.
probably wouldn't condone following them
I
around
wasn't
because
being
that's
literal, Nigel.
because that's stalking, and I can't say I
Well, okay,
approve of
if you
that.
happen to see them in an M&S when you're in an
Challenge
M&S,
them.
go up to them and say, excuse me, thought you weren't coming in M&S, and embarrass them, but say it really loud so everybody hears them.
Mm. Like they do when they go up to members of staff and talk to them about their changing room policies,
Yeah.
because that was one that was
When
that went
they're
on
in
recently.
M&S and apparently these trans people, they're waiting behind these, probably behind the mirrors or something in the in the locked sealed changing room, and they just managed to travel through mirrors apparently or something. I
They
don't
just
know.
don't get it, do they? They think
It must be
that,
exhausting being that bloody boring. This is all you have to do.
but
This
this
is
is
all
the
you
thing,
think
they're
about.
constantly thinking that, oh, trans people are going to go and attack me. They're predators, this, that, and the other. When they're the complete opposite. They just want to go and change.
And
They just
ain't
want to
being
try and clothes.
funny.
They just want to go to the toilet. They
Ain't
just
being
want to go for a
funny.
piss.
These people that record these videos, have you seen them?
Mm,
They look like the most rundown people, rotten.
hate does that to you. Hate does that
Even
to
their
you.
own husbands don't want them, and yet they seem to think everybody else is after them. Get over yourself. Let people have a piss in peace.
But that's the thing, isn't it? Trans people, when it comes to this debate about trans people using changing rooms, locker rooms, toilets, this, that, and the other, they just want to change. They just want to go for a piss. They just want to try clothes on and see if it fits them, see if they look good in it. That's all they want to do. They
Uh,
they don't want to have to put up with the hate they get for doing this. You know, of
but I can guarantee they feel more threatened and
course
worried
they
when
do.
they're using changing rooms. And to be honest, if it's like a changing room with like curtains, because I've been to Primark and it's a unisex and they're all curtains.
Mm,
I don't like that because I feel like someone might not realize I'm in there and open the curtain.
mm,
So I think we should have like closed doors in general,
yeah,
so I can lock the door and then I
yeah,
know no one's going to swing the curtain open. Because the
exactly.
next we go to, anyone can use the changing room and it's just curtains. And
They've got
I feel if it's a strong breeze, everyone's going to get a right view of me. And I just think like, especially with the M&S ones, they're not even that type of changing room. They're
no.
literally a lockable door
Hmm.
with no gap at the top or the bottom and a
Yep.
wall all the way around.
Yep.
That's what you've chose to moan
But the
about.
thing is, they're just creating faux outrage, aren't they?
It's because they're boring. They've got nothing
Mm.
else to do in life. Imagine how miserable it must be.
Yeah.
Just going around moaning
I
about
wouldn't want to be that
everything.
miserable. I
Like,
wouldn't want to live my life like that.
moan about things like I moan about petty stuff.
Yeah, we'll get on to that in a bit, won't we?
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, like, just moan about petty things. Stop bloody moaning about stuff that doesn't matter, like people wanting to use a bloody toilet.
I know. But yeah, so capitalism, sorry, allyship or exploitation.
I think it's a mixture.
I think there is a mixture there. I mean, yes, I hate it. I do. It's difficult because I'm kind of on the fence. I understand there's an element of both there. I do understand there's an element of both there. I'm on the fence because I do like it when I see the support out there. I mean, in my local town that I went to the other day, there was a big, I call it an A board, but it was like a display board outside for a shop. that has had the shop's name and said we proudly support Pride and had the rainbow flag on the billboard, and that made me feel valued. It made me feel seen.
Yeah, I like when I see it in windows. It makes me feel a bit safe.
Yeah,
The thing is the thing straight people don't understand.
yeah,
Just see, even if you see someone wearing a pride pin,
yeah.
it's that feeling. It makes you feel comfortable around them.
It just makes you feel less alone,
Yeah, it just
don't you
makes you
think?
feel like I'm okay around this person.
Mm,
You know what I mean? They can't grasp that because they've never had to deal with it. But in shop windows, yes, I like that. But I think when it comes to sticking a rainbow on a product just to sell it, unless you're saying a certain amount of this specific product funds is
mm,
going to go to this charity that's like an LGBT plus
mm.
charity, then yes, I'm all for it. But I think if you're just sticking a rainbow on it 'cause it's Pride Month and it's the same product, you've not changed anything
Yeah.
just for some money. I don't agree with
But
that.
this is what I like to say. This is what I mean. I mean, I like when if you have products that have like a rainbow on it and they're being done for Pride Month for you to be able to get things for Pride Month, and they're being done where money or a certain percentage of the proceeds is going to an LGBTQ plus charity, then I think that's brilliant. And there's more incentive, I think, to then go for that. Um, but it is nice when you do get like sales of just pride flags or progress pride flags um, for Pride Month, and places like big businesses stock them in because people are going to get them because they might be holding their own pride parties during Pride season, or even birthday parties. They might have them up because it's a sense of welcoming. It, and it's really bizarre how, like the point you made about when you see a rainbow flag in the window or something like that of a shop, it makes you feel safe, and how people from outside the community don't fully understand what that symbolism means to us in how it makes us feel safe, because it makes us feel seen, it makes us feel valued, it makes us feel like we're not ostracized from the rest of society, which is how a section of society wants us to be. They want us to be segregated. They want, there are certain people out there, certain groups that would be happy if we didn't exist and if we were eradicated from society, and that's never going to happen. Um, but likewise, it's going back to that point of when people do make these products that they're just doing it for Pride Month just to make themselves a bit of extra money. There's no money going to donations to charities or anything like that, or being donated to the local Pride events or anything like that, because that would be nice to see. Because there have been a lot of Pride celebrations cancelled this year as well because of a lack of funding, and that's usually because businesses provide donations and they've withdrawn support for Pride this year. Um, but yeah, for me, I think I'm on the fence with exploitation or allyship. I genuinely think there is an element of both there.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's the intention. It
Mm.
depends on their intentions of why they're doing it.
And I think the allyship aspect of it as well comes with how they respond to any backlash they get for supporting the community. If they show a positive stance, challenging comments, challenging the backlash, that's more allyship. If they stay silent, turn off commenting or whatever on their social media, and they don't challenge comments, or they don't, or
Even
they take
trying
or they
to
take
make them
or they
sound
take the pictures down or anything like that, or take the posts down,
yeah,
then I think maybe
it's
there's a bit of,
performative then, isn't
yeah,
it?
there's performative exploitation, I think there. But what do you think, dear listeners? Do you think it's exploitation, or do you think it's allyship? Or, like me, do you think it's an element of both? We'd be interested to know. So leave some comments on our socials with what you think. It's now time for Josh to be a moany old bitch.
Can you say that any slower?
Stop complaining. It's the complaints closet.
God, I was sat here then thinking, Jesus Christ, Oriole. I know I'm monotone and slow, but Jesus,
You're not slow.
not mentally.
No, not at all. So, it's our fortnightly time to complain, where we've got things that we want to moan about.
Only
and
a
complain about.
recorded complaint. I complain every day.
True. But it's our complaints that we share with our dear listeners, isn't it?
Mhm.
So I'm going to go first this week.
You went first last time.
Did I?
Yes.
Did I? Oh, you go. Okay, and you go first.
This is where we find out you didn't, and I'm just lied.
And then next week or next time, I'll complain about you for it.
Okay, right. I'm going to complain about, and I think everyone's going to agree with me on this, couples that share social media accounts. I've had enough of them.
Hey, what?
It ain't normal. Have you not seen them?
What do you mean?
They were like Ron and Shirley on Facebook, and they've got the same profile, but it's two people.
Oh,
I don't get it. It's not
I
normal.
see.
Do you know what that is? That's a fuck around and find out. One of them has done something naughty, and now they're only allowed to share a social media account. That's what it is. And I've seen a few gays doing it as well, because it's not just the straights. I've seen a few gays, and their name is such and such and such and such. Is two people. Why don't you both have your own socials?
Do you know who I reckon has one?
Who?
Do you remember a while back there was that news article about that old boy called Ron, who got a Virgin Media bill that showed that they'd been watching loads of porn films,
Oh yeah.
and it was him and his wife pictured.
I bet they've got a joint Facebook account now. Honestly, I don't get it.
Ron, you've been watching porn, haven't you?
I've seen Instagram accounts of gays with joint accounts, and they reply to people, and then they have to write on the bottom of every comment the name of the person talking back to them. So you'd have two comments from the same account replying to the same person, but they've both got different names underneath because it's one or the other one talking on it.
You know what people are going to do? Anyone listening to this, they're going to have a joint. They're going to create a joint
I'll call you
account.
out on it.
It's a bit like when you moaned the other week about group chats. So, so I created one for us.
Have I used it?
Yeah,
When?
when you replied, going, "You bastard!"
Have I used it since?
Only because I haven't messaged in it.
I won't reply to you. But yeah, I've even seen that there's couples that share an email. It's not normal. That's a red flag. That is someone's cheated.
See, I think
Someone has shagged around and you got caught. That's what's happened.
I think profiles are personal things at the end of the day, because there might you might have friends that want to message you and they want to chat about something private. Like you might have a friend that want to message you and talk to you about something in confidence.
Imagine if we had to share a social media account. That is such loser energy, honestly.
But it'd be like,
it's weird.
But it would be like, like I say, if you had a friend that wanted to talk to you in private, in confidence about something that they weren't comfortable, exactly, they'd message it.
But I need to talk to you. I just want to let you know that Nigel, I think, is a bit of an arsehole, but it's actually you reading it because it's a fucking joint account or calling Ash an arsehole and he's read it. We'd need a fucking triple social media. It'd be Joshua and Ashley and Nigel's social media accounts. It ain't normal. Honestly, I've seen so many people doing it. It's not so much on Blue Sky, it's everywhere on Facebook, which says everything, doesn't it?
I must admit, I've never seen these.
Yes. It is more common in the States than the older ones. But I've seen some gays on Instagram doing it, and I just know one of them's had a fling. And now they're not trusted to have their own social media or anything. And I just don't, and they're both in the profile picture. And then you're wondering, well, which one's which?
Could you imagine your grandma having one?
Well, she has a Facebook. My granddad's not on socials. So.
Yeah, but they'd have a joint one.
Although he does tend to use hers if he wants to have a browse. See what I mean?
Mm.
But then they have a profile picture of two of them. And I'm not, and if it's the gays, which one's which? Who's who? Who am I talking to? Is it the one on the left or the right? Or they'll just have a picture that's not a picture of them. It's like a flag. And then you're like, oh, you're them kind of people. So we can't even see your faces.
Like most reform bots, really, that are on social media.
Yeah, but I don't understand why you'd have a shared social media account. I think it's weird. I just find it. I'm surprised you've never seen it. I see it all the time.
I haven't. I genuinely haven't. But
It is
now,
bizarre.
now that you mentioned it, I'm probably going to notice it a
Every
lot more.
time you see them,
I'm probably going to
look at
notice.
it
I'm
and
probably
try
going to
and
notice it
work
a lot
out
more.
which one of them is the cheater.
Bit
Because I can guarantee one of them is a cheater and got caught, and now they're not allowed their own social media account. That's the first thing I think of. If anyone's got a shared social media account, the first thing I'm going to think of is one of you fucked around and found out.
like Ron with his porn.
Yeah, don't be a Ron or a
Don't be
Shirley.
a Ron or a Shirley. Oh dear.
But yeah, what's your complaint?
Well, it's kind of along similar lines with social media, really.
Okay.
Um, but it's, and I'm not generalizing everyone here that is a social media influencer, but it is social media influencers that have a negative impact on people's daily lives. And what I mean by that is I've seen things where people create videos for social media where they're in a shop and they will take things off the shelves. They will pour milk over themselves from the shelves of the stock of the store. Then they'll pour flour over themselves and then eggs, and they'll stand in the middle of the store and then they'll leave, all for social media clicks. And some poor sod's got to clean that up after them. They're not going to do it. And they've literally technically stolen those goods because no one else can use them.
Well, even if they paid for them, it's just
But
bizarre
it's
behavior.
bizarre behavior. Or you could be standing in a queue in a shop, and then someone will set up a little camera in the middle of the queue, and then they'll start doing some crazy little dance.
I
And
would knock that camera over.
if anyone's in their way in the queue, they'll be like, no, no, out the way, I'm making a video. No, fuck off. I'm queuing up to
It's
do
like
me
them,
shopping.
it's like them people you see that are in gyms and they set up a camera and then someone dares to walk in front of it and they're like, I'm recording. And I'd be like, I don't give a shit. It's main character energy.
But it's things like that when they'll basically sort of hog a public space to create a video. Now, I've nothing against social media influencers per se, because there's a lot of good people out there that do a lot of great influencing on social media. They do a lot of great content, and it's worthwhile. But it's those ones that do these stupid little things
It's the main character.
just to get attention, and it's just bizarre.
Remember that video that I watched the other day with you, and there was that woman on the plane,
Yes,
and she started doing yoga and
yes,
stretches and backflips in the aisle
yes,
of a plane
yes. And
mid-flight.
this is what I mean. You could be a passenger on that plane, right? You could be sat there on the aisle seat, right? And you've got this woman doing yoga next to you with her crotch right by your
I would
ear.
tell her to fuck off so fast. It's the same people who sing to you as well,
But
whatever. Remember that video?
there was now no I'm not going to be horrible to her because she was sweet, but she
You
was
know
going
when someone's too
she was going
sweet?
around to everyone on the bus with a guitar saying, "Can I sing you a song?"
It was in
No,
Japan though, remember?
yeah.
And they went, no.
Everyone,
Everyone.
everyone was like, and one of the other women,
She just pointed at the door.
the passenger just pointed at the door and said, "No, leave.
That'd be
That's where
me.
the door is.
That
That's
would
where
be me.
go."
Go away.
But it's like the other guy that was on the plane that, and I think his tagline was something along the lines of, "When you can't get your run because you're on a
Oh
flight,"
God.
and he just decided he was just going to do
Running back and
laps
forth.
backwards and forwards on the plane aisle, jogging or walking or whatever. And it's like, sit down. You're on a flight. You're pissing people off.
And the woman praying about Jesus
Oh
in
yeah,
the aisle of the plane where you
yeah,
can't leave. Terrorism.
yeah.
These people are not well.
But this is the thing. It's people that make that kind of content. It's like, no,
Not
just
everybody wants to hear you. That's what people need to learn.
yeah,
People might not want to hear me, but I'm not going to force you to listen to me.
no,
When people trap you on a plane and start swinging the fanny in your face, or telling you to bow down to Jesus,
oh, it's just got a horrible image.
or they start jogging up and down the aisle, these people need to be told. They need to be on, them people specifically need to be on no
No
fly
flights.
list
Yeah,
forever.
yeah.
Not just ban them from all public transport. They have to walk everywhere now. He wants to run, let him run everywhere.
But this is the thing, that woman doing the yoga on the plane, and
Bizarre.
I was just like, hang on a minute.
Although I will
you
say the
you are.
fact she managed to do a backflip without hitting anybody and didn't fall over in that little aisle of that plane, that was pretty impressive.
Oh yeah, but even so, I really don't. I really wouldn't want
So was she just sitting on her ass for the 4 hours waiting for the flight, and then decided, right, now I'm on the flight, now I'm going to do yoga? Could she not have done it before?
No. Well, it was obviously pre-planned,
Or
wasn't it?
go
Because
back where the toilets are and do it down there.
it was obviously pre-planned, wasn't it? Because she was on the flight.
But it's main character energies, and it's people that the people will do anything for clicks and views, and it's just so awkward.
But like I say, generally nothing against social medias per se, because I think there's a lot of people
Yeah,
out there
but
do
who are
great
these
content.
people influencing? Come on. The one that's like doing a cartwheel down a plain aisle or saying pray for Jesus, join the Bible call.
Thing is, I think sometimes I think it's the ridiculousness of the post though that
But
gets the
I wouldn't put
views.
them influencers because what are they influencing? Stupidity.
Yeah,
That's about it.
yeah, more or less, more or less.
Yeah.
And that is all we've got time for this week. I've enjoyed myself bringing you this content, and Josh, have you enjoyed? And have you enjoyed yourself?
Are you okay?
No, because it's the end of the show and I'm sad. I know.
Well, I'm gonna go.
Thanks for that rather sympathetic. Oh,
I'm gonna.
completely lacking in any enthusiasm.
I am now gonna go and have a nap because
Lovely.
I'm tired and hay fever is being a bitch.
Oh dear, that's not good, is it?
No.
That's extremely very not good.
Pray for me to the non-existent sky fairy.
Pray for Joshus.
Squat for Joshua.
Squat for Joshua.
No one will know what I mean by
that. Squat for Joshua. Oh, because he's excited. Anyway, yes, that is all we've got time for. We hope that you enjoyed the show and thank you for listening. So until next time, stay safe and be happy.